Hello and welcome to our second edition of HCISD Alumni. I'm Aubree Martinez, and with me today is Maria Coronado, a 1985 Harlingen High School alumni. Thank you for joining me today.
Thank you for having me.
What first made you want to join band as a student?
Well, growing up, we always had music playing in the house. And my older brother and older sister were in band. And my parents took me to one of the football games, and I got to see the marching band. And I said, that's what I want to do. When I saw what was, all the magnificence, I guess you could say, on the field. During a halftime show, I knew that's what I wanted to do.
When did you realize you wanted to become a band director?
Pretty much my first year in band. I enjoyed it so much. I knew that I loved playing the instrument that I played, which from the first year of being in band and beginner band throughout the high school career. There's always some type of leadership role, and that just kind of grew as you become a older musician, I guess, through your experience, your leadership qualities, I guess, they increase and you get better at it as you go along.
Are there any traditions or lessons that you used to do as a kid that you still do now?
Oh, definitely. In fact, we just finished with first period, and I was sharing one of the things that I actually learned when I was in my first year in band, and the lesson wise, and we applied it to the rehearsal, and it helped. It helped with the level of concentration, and we had a great rehearsal.
Awesome. How does it feel to direct the band that you used to perform with?
I've never thought about it. I've never thought about that. It's just kind of, I don't want to say it feels natural, because being a head band director at a high school wasn't something that I ever thought about doing. But when the opportunity arose, I jumped at it. But as far as that question, I've never really thought about that. I guess you could say it's kind of weird, but it's fun. I can tell you that it's a lot of fun. It's stressful at times, to be honest, but it is fun.
What education or training did you need to become a band director?
Well, you have to go to college, and you have to take, outside of your core classes, you have to take a lot of music classes, and I had to learn how to play every single instrument. Some I was okay at, and others, yeah, not so much. But it was fun learning how to play them, because it helps you understand when a student is struggling. It helps you, use different ways to help them learn how to play the instrument better.
What is the most rewarding moment you've experienced with this role?
Ooh, that's difficult to narrow into one thing. We've had so many in this wonderful program. I've been here quite a while, and there have been many wonderful moments. And I really couldn't narrow it down to just one, but there are a few that I could share, is just because of the progress of students. One would be, we had this is private lessons. I was working with a student that was very hard on herself as an individual, and I would try to get her to understand it's okay. It's part of the growth. It's part of the process. And we would go to auditions, and she would come out, and she'd just be like, I need to fix this, and then it's all right. Just enjoy the moment, And in her senior year, her final audition, when she came out of the audition, she said to me with a big smile, "I don't care what chair I made. That was the best I've ever done." And that was like working with a one-on-one with a student. That was an awesome moment. I'll never forget that. And as far as with the full group, it's pretty much every day. When they're done with the rehearsal, and we're getting ready to dismiss, and they're looking at you with smiles on their face because they're happy with how it went. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool to live every day.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
How do you keep rehearsals engaging and motivating?
There's always got to be a plan, and the students need to know that there's that you what your expectations are for that rehearsal, what your objective is, and then asking them, what, like for instance for today, I asked them what was something that you like about how you just performed, that section of music, and then what's something that you think we need to do better. And the even the students that maybe the quietest students say, like to answer, and that's awesome. So yeah, that's a great way to do that.
What habits should students start building now if they want to pursue music?
The biggest thing is the time management, and they already understand that. Especially the students that want to major in music, because they're in marching band. Usually in marching band, they're in the jazz ensemble, they're in mariachi, and in their concert band. And so as far as time management, they understand that. But I try to share with them that it's not just that. It's you have to juggle everything that you're doing, because you're taking core classes. You're also taking your music courses outside of your rehearsals, and that's plus you have to practice for your lessons. And that type of time management is tough, and that was something for me that I didn't understand going into college. And so I shared with them that I always tell the kids that I had a binder, 3-room binder, and now I'm at the point, do you know what that is? But because everything's iPad, but I had a 3-room binder with dividers, and I would just warm up, technical exercise scales, and then homework, and then music, and just so that I, for myself, did a better job, because it was a little overwhelming my first week of school in college, because I never had to do that.
What's one lesson that band taught you that you still use today?
It's hard to narrow, but I think the most important thing is love what you do. Love what you do, no matter what. Enjoy it, enjoy every moment, enjoy the company, laugh, but still have expectation, and just always try to achieve at the highest level of excellence that you possibly can.
Thank you so much, Ms. Coronado, for sharing your story. That wraps up the second edition of HCISD Alumni. I'm Aubree Martinez. Until next time.